This is exactly how much YouTube paid me in 2024 down to the dollar. But more importantly than that, I'm gonna break down exactly how I grew my revenue, how many views I got, and the strategy that allowed my channel to blow up this year. Not to mention month-to-month earnings, how many videos I posted, and the subscriber growth that I saw this year. I'm gonna be showing you guys essentially everything. So if you're someone trying to grow your own channel, stick around because I'm also gonna be sharing the one strategy that made the biggest difference for me. So was YouTube actually worth it in 2024? Let's break it all down. And before we get into the video, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. It really does help me out. But anyways, let's get into it. So guys, in total, I made $21,835.33 from YouTube AdSense in 2024. Now for some, that might not be too much money, but for me, I made about $5,000 the year before. So this was definitely a huge step up and I'm not complaining. Now let's break this down month by month and see how my earnings changed throughout the year. Looking at this graph here, you'll kind of notice that it started off a little bit slow at the beginning of the year, but for the most part, the earnings steadily increased throughout the year. Now, of course, there were certain months where I made noticeably more. For example, the summer and winter months, I saw a lot higher revenue. And this is of course because of higher views, but also because of something called CPM and RPM. And just to quickly explain that, CPM is how much advertisers pay per 1,000 views to get onto your channel. And then RPM is actually how much I make per 1,000 views after YouTube takes its cut. So during months like December, companies spend a lot more money to advertise on your channel because of course there's Christmas where a lot more people are going to be spending money to buy gifts for their significant others. And then of course for the end of summer months, there is back to school season. So during those months, companies also pay a little bit more. For example, in January, I made $476, but in December, I made almost $4,000, even though my views weren't 8 times higher. That right there is the power of CPM. Now y'all, before we go any further, I want to clarify something important. It's almost $22,000 is strictly from YouTube AdSense, but YouTube ad revenue isn't my only source of income. Outside of AdSense, I also make a sizable chunk of my earnings from commissions. For example, I earn from Amazon affiliate links whenever someone buys a product I recommend. On top of that, I also sell my Lightroom presets, which also brings in a solid amount of income. Of course, there are brand deals. However, in this video, I just want to keep things strictly focused on AdSense earnings. So basically what YouTube paid me directly through ads, how that fluctuated throughout the year, and what I learned along the way. Now, if you guys want a full breakdown of all my income streams, make sure to let me know in the comments below and maybe I can make a separate video on that. All right, y'all, moving on to posting frequency. Looking at this chart, you would assume that posting more videos equals more money. But if you actually look closely, I really wasn't that much more consistent at the end of the year compared to the beginning. What really changed throughout this year was my quality. Earlier in 2024, I was really focusing on trying to be consistent and posting as much as possible. But as the months went on, I really started to take my time with each post, planning out my thumbnails and titles before even filming, outlining the videos, and honestly just creating better content. My biggest goal to you guys is just trying to pick a goal like 1 video a week or 1 video every 2 weeks and trying to stick to that and creating the best quality video that you can in that time frame. Because in reality, more videos doesn't always mean more success. Yes, you have more chances at success, but if the videos aren't quality, people aren't going to watch them anyway. So for me, instead of rushing to post, I started optimizing my content, making sure every video had strong titles, engaging thumbnails, and valuable content. This shift right here is really what helped my channel grow. Speaking of growth, next I'm going to be breaking down exactly how my subscriber count exploded that year and the content strategy that helped me gain over 20,000 new subs. So now that we've gone over how much I've made, let's talk about how I got here. My channel didn't just grow by luck. There was a clear strategy behind it, and the biggest game changer for me was creating evergreen content. Now, I'm sure many of y'all don't even know what that means, but evergreen content equals content that stays relevant and searchable long after you post it. Unlike trendy videos that blow up but die off quickly, evergreen videos continue to get views months or even years later. For example, some of my best performing videos in 2024 weren't the ones that went viral overnight. I've never actually even had a video go viral overnight, so these were videos that just kept on bringing views in week after week. These 3 videos worked because they answered the questions that people are always searching for. And when you create helpful, high quality, evergreen content, YouTube's algorithm just keeps pushing it over time rather than just for a few days. Now, beyond that, I did have a thumbnail and title strategy because of course, even the best content won't get clicks if people just aren't interested. So that's where thumbnails and titles really start to come in. And I learned this the hard way because your video can be amazing, but if the thumbnail isn't eye-catching or the title just isn't compelling, people are gonna scroll right past it. For me, YouTube's thumbnail testing feature was an absolute game changer because now you're able to test 3 different thumbnails at one time. And of course, with trying new titles, the results were just insane. Literally just tweaking the color, text, or expression in a thumbnail literally doubled the click-through rate on some of my videos. So guys, when making a thumbnail, make sure to add some good contrast, making the text bolder, or just using a more curious or emotional expression, because this definitely helps some of my videos perform way better. And with titles, I learned that the best ones create curiosity or offer value. Instead of saying how to get a nice room, I went for something like how to always have a clean and organized room, or 7 genius small bedroom ideas to turn your room into a dream space. You see how these titles alone just make you want to click? That's the power of a good title. Now, the last thing you want to keep in mind if you want to be successful on YouTube is leveraging trends without relying on them. Now, this is something that I've kind of slept on myself, but honestly, it is important to not completely ignore trends. Talking about trending topics or integrating them into your videos can give you a short-term boost that definitely helps, but my advice is instead of chasing every new trend, focus on finding a way to incorporate them into your evergreen content. So guys, to sum it up, my biggest growth hack in 2024 came from creating valuable evergreen content, improving my titles and thumbnails, and when I could, use trends wisely without fully relying on them. This strategy right here helped me grow my views, my revenue, and my subscribers consistently. Looking back at 2024, I learned a lot about what works and what doesn't on YouTube, and if I had to do one thing differently, it would be focusing on quality sooner. Once I slowed down and put more effort into each video, my channel grew way faster. So if you're starting out, don't stress about uploading every day. One well-made video can outperform 10 rushed ones. Use trends to grab attention, but make sure that your videos stay valuable long term. And finally, YouTube takes time. Some of my videos didn't blow up overnight, they grew over months. I mean, like, I'm damn near 5 years into this YouTube game at this point. So just keep learning, improving, and staying consistent. And honestly, guys, I just want to say a huge thank you to anybody who has supported me at any point throughout the years. Whether you've watched, liked, commented, or subscribed, you really helped make this possible. Now, before y'all go, I do want to hear from you. What I want to know is what your goal for YouTube this year is. Make sure to let me know in the comments below. And of course, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out my other videos for more YouTube tips. As always, guys, I hope y'all have a great day, and peace.